press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, in today's class we'll start a chapter on fiber to fabric. Okay, now tell me what comes to your mind when you hear the term fabric. Yes, fabrics are nothing but the cloth or the material used to make clothes. Okay, so what are fabrics? Fabrics are clothes or material used to make clothes. Okay, so fabrics are nothing but the clothes or the material used to make cloth. We wear so many types of clothes, isn't it? In summers we usually wear cotton clothes to absorb our sweat and to make us feel cool. And in winters we wear warm clothes. Okay, usually wear woolen sweaters, woolen socks and everything, okay, to make us feel warm. So likewise there are so many materials or so many fabrics in our day-to-day life. Okay, there are so many different types of fabrics. Okay, we have this silk. Okay, when you hear the term silk, we'll imagine a traditional silk saree, isn't it? So there are so many materials like this. There's silk, there's cotton, there's woolen, that is the wool, and what else? There's polyester, there's nylon, and many more. Okay. So this is fabrics we usually used to make clothes. Not only clothes, also there are fabrics based on their qualities, based on their structure. These fabrics are also used to make some other for example wires and everything, some other materials, seeing the quality, the strength of these fabrics. Okay, so seeing these fabrics, so there should be a basic material, right, from which these fabrics are made. The fabrics just like that we don't get it. Okay, there's something, the basic material from which these fabrics are made. So that source, the basic source from fabrics are made is fiber. Okay. So what are these fibers? Fibers are the thread-like structures. They are thread-like structures which are thin, long and flexible strands. Okay, so these are the fibers. Usually you might have observed, okay, to see the cotton and woolen clothes will look smooth itself, but at the corner ends, okay, at the corner or at the ends, you might observe there's a small thread-like structures, in the outer surface. Okay, so that thread-like small structures are nothing but these fibers, what we call. So from those fibers, these fabrics are made. Okay, so in this chapter we'll study in detail about these fibers and how these fibers are used to make fabrics. Okay, so basically the fibers are of two types. Okay, basically the fibers are of two types. First one is natural fibers. Okay, so the term natural, okay, wherever you hear the term natural means which comes from the nature. Okay, as the name says, natural means which comes from the nature itself. Okay, natural means which comes from the nature, that is from plant and animal source. Okay, these natural fibers usually, yes, natural, the name says these fabrics or the fibers comes from the nature itself. Okay, and the source, okay, how do we get how do we get these natural fibers? In nature, that is from these plants and animals. Both plants and animals provide us the fibers. Okay, so plant fibers are examples for plant fibers are cotton, okay, jute, coir, hemp, etc. Okay, so these are obtained naturally in the nature. Okay, example for plant fibers are cotton, jute, coir and hemp. So the animal fibers are wool and silk. Okay, so how do we get this wool from? Yes, usually and majorly the sheep. As we all know, we get wool from sheep and silk from silkworm. So these are the sources for wool and silk respectively. Okay, so basically there are two types, natural and artificial fibers. Okay, and among natural we have plant and animal source. Okay, so the next type is artificial one. So what are these? The second one is artificial fibers. Yes, artificial in the sense that it does not occur in the nature. It not comes from nature. Okay, it doesn't come from the nature. Okay, instead it is, then how does it come from? These are man-made fibers. Okay, we make it, we human beings, we make these fibers. These are man-made. These are also called synthetic fibers, another term. Okay, another word for these artificial fibers or man-made fibers are, these are, the synthetic fibers. Okay, so since we make it, we can make as much as the need. Okay, what happens due to natural fibers? Since we get it naturally from the plant and animal source. Okay, see the clothes. Okay, what we wear clothes, these are the basic needs. Okay, due to the large population, due to the large demand of clothes, these natural fibers which provide us the fabrics are not sufficient. We still need more of these fabrics. So it is hard to get only from the one natural source. So what happened? People or the scientists discovered these artificial fibers. Okay, these are made to complete or overcome the demand. Okay, to meet the sufficient need, these fibers have been introduced. Okay, and example for these fibers are nylon, rayon, polyester, etc. So and many more. So these are this example of this artificial fiber. This rayon is nothing but what we call it generally artificial silk. Okay, silk, since it is obtained from the animal source, from the natural one, it is very costly. Okay, the silk sarees usually what we see, they are very costly, isn't it? So because of the source of it, we cannot make all the way silks. So it is very costly. But whereas this rayon, it appears similar to the silk. Okay, and the silk, natural silk what we get is very costly. But this is quite cheaper than the natural silk. So there is usually the demand for these artificial fibers has increased due to its cheaper rate. Okay, so this is about the artificial and natural fibers, the major two types of fibers what we have. Okay, these artificial fibers are the man-made, also called synthetic fibers. Examples are nylon, rayon, polyester. Rayon is nothing but the what we call generally artificial silk. And okay, so these artificial fibers are used, okay, to meet the demand. Okay, and in this chapter we'll focus or we'll study more on wool and silk. Okay, the natural fibers, that is wool and silk. We'll be studying more on that. Okay. Yes. When you hear the term wool, what comes to your mind? Or what, how do we get this wool from? The source. Yes, source of this is obtained from fleece. Okay, that is nothing but hair. Okay, so this wool is what we get it from. We get this wool from, the source is the hair of animal. Okay, so which animals exactly? Yes, majorly, as we all know, sheep. Not only sheep, also goat, yak, camel, and many more animals. So in India, majorly we have this sheep and goat wool. Okay, clear? So these are obtained from the hair of animal. Okay, we too have hair, isn't it? We humans, we too have hair. We have hair on head, we have hair on body. Okay, but there is not too much hair. Okay, even these few animals have too much hair. Okay, why is this so? Why these animals have too much hair than compared to that of the other animals? Okay, so these have too much hair. These animals have too much hair because hair protects them. Okay, this presence of hair protects them from cold conditions. Okay, clear? So what do? When we feel cool, when in winters we wear these sweaters, shawl, socks, blankets, like that. We'll just make ourselves warm. So even these animals feel too cold, in winters obviously. So what? They don't have any sweaters or socks to wear, isn't it? So the hair, the body hair itself protects them from this cold. Okay, so the hairs, the body hairs present in these animals, present on the skin of these animals, okay, those hair itself protects these animals from the cold conditions. Okay, and there are different types of hair. Like we just compare to ourselves, okay, like we too have different hairs. We have thin hair, hair differ from person to person, isn't it? Someone has thin, someone has thick, someone has soft hair, someone has coarse, or rough hairs, like that. Even in these animals there are range of hair what we get. Okay, some are soft and silky, okay, some are very coarse, that is rough, and some are very strong, some are weak, like that. Even these hair of these animals have a range. Okay, so these soft and silky, usually these soft and silky hair are used to make clothes. Okay, and these strong and the coarse one are used to make these blankets, rugs, to survive even more severe conditions. Okay, so like this, based on their based on their nature, these hair are used in the manufacturing of clothes and blankets and everything. Good, clear? So this hair makes them feel warm. Okay, so these hair makes them feel warm, and different animals have different types of hair. Clear? So the wool what we get is from the hair of animals, and there is a range of these hair present in these animals, and also these hair makes them feel warm during the winters. Okay, so this is about the source of this wool. Now let us see what are the animals from which this wool is obtained. Okay, so when we talk about the animal used to get this wool, is soon after that wool we imagine the sheep, right? Okay, so let's see what are the different animals. Okay, so basically we all know there's this sheep. Okay, it has a range of all these hair what we get. It has so few sheep have this soft hair, few of them have this coarse one, like that. Okay, so the sheeps what we have, we use this hair. Okay, there are types of hair sheep has, soft and coarse, like that. Okay, so not only sheep, there's also many other animals used. Okay, there is this yak. Okay, this yak wool is majorly used in the places like Tibet and Ladakh. In India, we usually have this sheep and goat wool, but in foreign countries we use different types of animals to get the different type of the feel of the wool. Okay, there is this yak wool and there is this Angora wool. These are the types of wool, and this the places where we can use this already being used. Okay, this Angora wool is got from the Angora goat. Okay, and these are seen in the hilly regions like Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, this Angora wool is used in the places like Jammu and Kashmir. This yak wool or this Angora wool is very very strong. It makes us feel very warm. Okay, usually in Jammu and Kashmir it is very too cold condition to survive. Okay, so we should have a wool which is too strong or which gives more warmness than that of the normal ones. Okay, there is this goat wool also, again used in Kashmir. Okay, there is this famous shawls or the famous fabric used to make the wool in Kashmir. Okay, this pashmina. Okay, these are the material used to make this woolen clothes, shawls or something. Okay, these are very light. Okay, this provide very warm. Being light, they are not very heavy. These are very light and provide more warm compared to the others. Okay, they are very soft, silky. Okay, so that character is very favorable for everyone to use in those places. And not only this goat and everything, even we have camels. Ever wondered? Even camels, we use camels to have this wool. Okay, so usually in foreign countries, this camel, yak, okay, all these are used more in these foreign countries. Okay, and there is one more animal, llama and alpaca. So these animals' wool is used in South America. So we can see there are not only sheep and goat, there are many other animals also from which wool is obtained. Okay, and from the different places. Okay, the climatic conditions in India is not same as that in America. Okay, isn't it? So based on those climatic conditions, okay, if it's too cold, too extreme cold, we need more wool. We need wool which provides us more warmness. Okay, based on those features, we have different types of wool. Okay, So these are the different types of animals used and the places where they are used. Okay. Okay. So this is for now. This is enough for today's class. We'll wind up here. In today's class, we have learned what are these fabrics and what are these fibers. Okay. So these fabrics, what we have. Okay. The clothes what we are wearing now. Okay. There are many different types of these fabrics. Okay. And these are obtained from the basic material, the basic, the basic source what we have. So that basic source is nothing but the fibers. Okay, and what are these fibers exactly? These are the small thread-like structures which are very thin, long and flexible. Okay, from these fibers, using these fibers we make the fabric or the clothes. Okay, the fibers. Okay, the fibers what we have, these are spun to make yarn, and again these are woven to make fabric or the cloth. Okay, so here we have this fiber which is spun into yarn, and again this yarn are woven into make fabric. So basic source of this fabric is fibers, and there are two major types of these fibers, that is natural and the artificial ones. Okay, natural fibers are obtained, yes, of course we obtain those from the nature itself, that is from the plant and animal source. Okay, both plant and animals, okay, they not only provide us the food, also the clothing also. Okay, this plant, example for the plant source are cotton, jute, hemp and coir and many more. And these animal source fibers are wool and silk. Okay, and these artificial fibers have been introduced because these natural fibers are not sufficient enough to meet the demand. Okay, so these artificial fibers are man-made. Okay, we human beings make it. So since we are making it, we can make how much ever we want, depending on the need we can keep on making it. Okay, so these are also called synthetic fibers. Types are nylon, polyester, acrylic, etc. Other than the natural ones. Okay, so that is about the types of fibers. Okay, and in this chapter we have started studying on the wool. Okay, and wool. Okay, this is obtained from this fiber. Okay, it is obtained from the hair or the fleece of an animal. Okay, so why animals have too much hair? That is to protect them from the cold conditions. Okay, the hair trap the air. Okay, and this hair makes the animal feel warm during this winter season. Okay, so that is the reason hairs are present too much in them. Okay, not only the sheep or goat, we also have different types of animals used, to get the wool from. Okay, these are the animals, examples of the wool got from the animals. Okay, so they are used in different places based on their requirement. Okay, so this is about for today's class. In the next class we will see how exactly the fiber is made to fabric. Okay, what are the processes we go through. Thank you.